Story 9. Mercy in Small Things. In a distant kingdom, nestled amidst rolling hills and lush landscapes, there stood a grand palace, home to a king who was both revered and feared. Within the palace grounds sprawled a magnificent fruit garden, a veritable paradise of nature's bounty. The garden was lovingly tended by a diligent farmer and his family, who devoted their days to nurturing the trees and vines that bore the kingdom's finest fruits. Each morning, the farmer would wander through the garden, selecting the freshest produce to present to the king, ensuring that the royal table was graced with nature's sweetest offerings. The garden was a symbol of abundance and care, a testament to the farmer's dedication and the kingdom's prosperity. One morning, as the sun cast a golden hue over the garden, the farmer noticed that several fruits were ripe for picking. Coconuts hung heavy on the trees. Guavas gleamed with a soft sheen. Plums were plump and inviting, and grapes formed lush clusters that promised sweetness. As he pondered which fruit to deliver to the king that day, he mulled over the virtues of each choice. After careful consideration, he decided on the grapes. Their sweet and juicy nature seemed perfect for the king's palate. With a sense of satisfaction, he filled a basket to the brim and made his way to the palace, anticipating the king's delight at the sight of the luscious grapes. Upon arriving at the palace, the farmer noticed an unusual tension in the air. The king appeared deep in thought, his brow furrowed with worry, and his demeanor suggested a hint of anger. Respectfully, the farmer placed the basket of grapes before the king and stepped back, allowing him space. As the king absent-mindedly reached for the grapes, he began to eat them one by one, seemingly lost in his own world. However, in a peculiar turn of behavior, he would occasionally take a grape and flick it toward the farmer, hitting him on the forehead. Each time a grape struck him, the farmer simply smiled and uttered the words, "God is very merciful," his calm demeanor unwavering. This unusual ritual continued for a while, with the king alternating between eating the grapes and tossing them at the farmer. Despite the oddity of the situation, the farmer maintained his composure, repeating his mantra of gratitude each time without fail. Eventually, the king snapped out of his reverie, realizing the absurdity of his actions and the grace with which the farmer endured them. With a sense of guilt washing over him, the king addressed the farmer, curiosity piqued by his unwavering positivity. "Why do you continue to say that God is merciful when I have been treating you so poorly?" The king inquired, genuinely perplexed by the farmer's reaction. The farmer, with a gentle smile and a respectful tone, replied, "Your Majesty, today I could have chosen to bring coconuts, guavas, or plums, but I opted for grapes instead. I shudder to think what might have happened had I brought coconuts or plums, which are much harder than these tender grapes. God's mercy lies in the simple fact that what could have been a painful experience was made light and bearable." The king was struck by the wisdom in the farmer's words, realizing the deeper lesson that lay within them. Often, we overlook the subtle ways in which our burdens are lessened, choosing instead to focus on the challenges we face. The king thanked the farmer for his insight, a newfound appreciation for life's gentle mercies blossoming in his heart, a story he would share with those in need of a positive perspective during difficult times.